Alright guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you about how to draw Lewis structures, and really quickly we're going to draw the Lewis structure of phosphorus trichloride. There are 5 steps for drawing Lewis structures. The first is to sum the valence electrons for the atom in the molecule or the polyatomic ion, and don't forget about the charges on the ion. This one does not have a charge. However, in another example that I will show you, there will be a charge, so I'll show you how to deal with that in just a second. The second is to bond the outer atoms to the central atom using single bonds. The outer atom will usually be the central atom will usually be the first one in the chemical formula. So in our case, it's going to be phosphorus. And you have to subtract the electrons that you used up in making these bonds. The third thing will be to complete the octet of electrons around the around the outer atoms, and then subtract the electrons used for this. The fourth step is to put any remaining electrons that you have in pairs around the central atom, and in this case breaking the octet rule is okay. And if your central atom does not have if your central atom does not have an octet, if it doesn't have a completely full valence shell, then you can use the electrons on the outer atoms in order to form double or triple bonds in order to make sure that the central atom has a full valence shell. So now we're just going to go through those steps really quickly. So the first step was to count out the number of valence electrons. So phosphorus has 5 valence electrons, and chlorine has 7 valence electrons. However, there's 3 chlorine, so we're going to do 7 times 3, which is going to give us 21 valence electrons, and then add the 2, so we're going to have a total of 26 valence electrons for us to use when we're drawing our structure. So now let's start drawing our structure. We're going to put the phosphorus in the middle, and then we're going to surround it on 3 sides because there's 3 chlorines. We're going to surround it with 3 Cls. Okay, now in this one you can see that we use 2, 4, and 6. So we're going to subtract 6 electrons, and then we're going to get 20 electrons. Okay, so we have 20 electrons left, and now we can place the electrons around the chlorine atoms. So these dashes that I'm drawing represent a set of two, like a pair of electrons. So we're going to do this around each of the chlorine outer atoms so that they can have a full octet. So right now we ended up using 2, 4, 6 times 3, so we used 18 electrons. So now we're left with 2 electrons, which we will put onto the phosphorus. And that's simply all there is to drawing a basic Lewis diagram. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please comment in the comment section below, and please subscribe. Thanks.